organization that is based in Sweden, here in the metro. Police, are we okay there at the back? Yes. We're still discussing? No. All right, let's continue. All right. For more information on Thembani, consult the guest bios at your tables. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right. I think I am also covered by the previous speakers, so I think my presentation will be short. Who are we? We're Doxa. Doxa Thembani Gqiba of based here in the metro. But even though we've got programs across the province that we implement, so we have received public funding, especially from the Department of Social Development, since 2013. Since 2013, and it has not been an easy journey. We started to work with the department, and also, I'm not sure what happened. We started to work with the government just before that. Thank you. Around 2007, and then just imagine from 2007 then you first receive a funding in 2013. So it's a journey that you need to go with government. So you don't just show up and then you get funded. That's my experience. You need to make a journey with them. And also, as Doxa, we are recognized as one of the best performing NGOs, not only in the province. We have received a couple of awards in the past from the Deputy Minister, provincial awards as well as local awards, based on the work we do. And also our areas of focus is GBV prevention, family preservation, as well as youth development. But the question is then, why public funding matters? So from my perspective, it enables high impact sustainable community programs. Remember, government is here, and government is not going anywhere. And government has a mandate to assist our communities, especially the poor of the poorest. So it's very important, and hence I think the GIT speaker said that we are partners. Government needs partners. Government cannot do this alone. Government needs you. Government needs us. So it's very important then as an NPO to see yourself as a partner. What are you offering to government? And also if you're offering something to government, and hence the previous speaker said, what is government looking for? Then listen to what the president says, because what the president says in Feb, every department, every official, they cop that. You know, so that means that whatever your language, then you should start to speak like I'm a poster, speak his language, so that we can get people from the government to listen to you. And also, public funding offers, because it funds local employment and training. Remember, every funder, they come, they will give you 2-year funding, then they disappear. In the past 10 years or so, we have received numerous funding from different organizations, international and local, but they're not always there. But government has been there since 2013. So hence our priority was that let's partner with government, because they will always be there for the people, they will always be there for the community. We have received funding from British Council once, twice, GIZ once, twice, UNICEF once, twice. They come and they go. But with government, they are always there with you. So that means that you will always have your clinics, you will always have your DST officials, you will always have problems, and government is mandated to make sure those programs have been taken care of. So it's very important that government is your partner that will always be there for the community. It also creates safe spaces for healing and development, and also provide platform to influence policy and drive advocacy. That's one of the most important things that as an NGO you need to realize that policy is very important, and also advocacy. That's why government start to listen to you, and we interact with government from national level to provincial level to local level, because one of the things that we focus on is to make sure that we are part of the policy change. So if you approach government, our approach as Doxa was that we want to influence policy change. And hence, when we started with government, we were not funded. Around 2012, we were sitting in the national offices, drafting national fatherhood strategies, discussing white paper on families, which is then it was a green paper, now it's a white paper. And all those things that you get to be known by government because you want to, if it was change, you want to be able to advocate for policies that speaks to the poor. So that is one of the advantages. Once you start to speak that language, government officials will notice you. And one of the strategies as well is that we don't work with politicians. Politicians, they come, and politicians, they go. So if you align yourself with politicians, immediately their term ends, the funding goes. But if you work with government officials who are employed by the department and who have the mandate to work for the poor, then those government officials, where the embassy goes, coming will be there. Another embassy will go, coming will be there. So rather build a relationship with Carmen instead of building a relationship with a politician whose term will end and then you are stuck and you have no funding. So that's one of the best things we have done for ourselves. We work with the government, not with politicians. Of course, they will come and go, but make sure. So again, policy and advocacy is very important when we work with government. Why in Doxa then we are considered as one of the best practices? Clean audits and financial compliance. If you are given public funding, it's public funding. We got public PFM, public finance management, which means that we need to be able to comply with. You must have a strong monitoring and evaluation reporting system. Now, with government, of course, before they fund you, government has systems. Government, they've got HR department. Government, they've got communication. Government, they've got finance department. Government, they've got monitoring and evaluation. But you're an NPO, we don't have those things. So the people who come to monitor you from government, they can even write the policies that they will require from you. So now you've got that responsibility to be HR, to be finance, to be communications, to be this, to be this. So it's very important for you to know your story, align yourself with people who can help you with policies, because most NGOs, they don't receive funding because if you ask them, do you have a finance policy, do you have a procurement policy, do you have an HR policy, do you have a sick leave policy, do you have GBV policies, especially if you align yourself with government priorities. You cannot go to government and want funding on GBV, but you don't even have a GBV policy. So you must have all those policies in place and also have evidence-based advocacy. And why do we want to do those programs? To have evidence that those programs will work. Sorry. The most important one, which has been shared by all, align with the national frameworks. Now we've got NTP, we've got GBV, NSP. That's the language now that has been spoken by everyone. Every time President speaks, he will always mention the GBV National Strategic Plan. So how do you align yourself with that? Every department is mandated to have a budget on GBV NSP. So you need to be able to say that if you go to public work, what is their budget on the implementation of NSP? If you go to health, what is their budget? Even water and sanitation, every government department must have something on GBV NSP, human settlement. So listen to what the government says and align your priorities based on that. Again, what are the do's and don'ts? Ensure governance and compliance. Now with public funding, you report monthly. It's not like the other funders where you report twice. No, you report monthly. Every month, you must go to GST, submit report. And yeah, you must be patient. Sometimes when the report will be returned, you must go back 3 to 4 times a month just for one report. And so you must comply. And also with finance, you do claim forms. For every cent you're going to spend, you must submit claim forms. If you're going to pay your people, claim forms. So yeah, that's one of the things that most people they struggle with, that compliance. And also Make sure that you share your data insights, especially in policy spaces where government is listening. Anything that has to do with policy, government always listens. And also the don'ts, obviously, don't misuse and also don't delay reporting, because reporting is key to government. Because when the president speaks, he reports based on what we have done as NPOs. When the minister comes, she wants all the reports, so that she can stand in this platform and say, we as the DST, this is what we have done. So that reporting is key. Make sure you submit your report, so that whenever it is needed, they are able to share it. Also, don't stay silent on systemic issues. Lastly, don't treat funding as charity, it's mandate. Government is a mandate. So when government gives you money, it's not just charity, it's a mandate that they are carrying. So your duty is to make sure government carries that mandate. And also, if you want to work with government, make sure you don't use platforms like this to criticize the very same government that you're working with. Remember, if you say DST is our partner, then I cannot go around criticizing DST. I don't speak bad about DST. Do they have flaws? Yes. Do I have flaws as Doxa? Yes. But we are partners. So if we are going to work together and we cannot stand in public platforms and criticize each other, speak bad about each other, we must work with each other. So that means that my job is to complement what DST does, and also DST then must be able to complement what Doxa does. Yeah, as I close, public funding is an opportunity to shape system. It's not about money. There's no money in public funding like the private or the international donors. But what public funding does, it shapes system, it shapes policies. So if you are in the business of creating a legacy, make sure that the future is brighter for the next coming generation. Public funding is for you. But if it's just for money, then public funding is not for you. So we're creating a system. We want to create, we want to build shelter so that when you die, there's a legacy that is standing. We want to change policies so that we can be able to have influence even outside PE, because we know that no one, that line, that policy, we as Doxa, we contributed to that. So public funding is all about creating those spaces where we are able to influence government in such a manner. And also stewardship, strategy, and advocacy go hand in hand. So it's very important then to make sure that keep raising the standard and shaping the future together. Government is here. Government is here to stay. They are our partner. All we need to do is to listen to what they are saying. And I was just telling some people here, most organizations that have tried to mentor to get public funding, those that we have listened, they are funded. But those who are stuck up to, this is what I do, I always tell them, listen, DST don't fund this. If you want funding from DST, this is what you must do. Do this and sometimes people are stubborn, they don't listen. And then when they don't listen to you, they go around saying that, no, DST is not funding people. They are funding the same organizations over and over and over again. All you need to do is to listen. What does DST fund? Come and share that. So go according to what DST funds, and you'll be considered. And my last point as well, start a relationship with government before the funding. Don't show up when they make a call. If you have an event, if you are doing something, invite government to come, invite them to speak, let them know who you are, let them know what to do. So when there's a call for funding, they will remember there's that organization that they usually invite us. So they will be the one who are running after you instead of you running after them. So involve them now. If they've got an event, partake in those events. Make sure you are a partner to the government. The government is here to stay, and the government wants to create jobs. As I close, leader, listen, since 2013, we've received consistent funding from government. That means job creation. So that means that the people that were there in 2013 that are employed, they've been having their jobs since 2013. But then if I rely on funders who come and go based on their international priorities, then that means that most of my staff will lose jobs because we don't have funding for 2 years. need to wait for the international partner to fund us for 2 years, but we stick to government. Government will always prioritize its own. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.